Yeah, we're alive. Yeah. Yes, we are live. Good evening, everyone. Happy Sunday, and you're welcome to School of Parenting with Zumi B. We are live, guys. It's 6 o'clock. Where is everyone? If you can hear me and if you can see me, can you please put it in the comment section? Yes. Just a minute. Okay, we're live here. Okay. Yes, I hope you can see me. If you can see me, can you please put it in the comment section so I'm sure someone can hear and see me. So once again, you're welcome to School of Parenting with Dumebi, and I'm wishing you a very happy Sunday. How are you doing today? Yeah, so today, without wasting too much of your time, we're going to be talking about what I've titled Parenting with Wisdom. Parenting with Wisdom. That's what we're going to be looking at today. Where is everyone? Please do me a favor by inviting your friends, your loved ones. Invite them, grab them, let them come and learn. Let them come and learn how to be intentional parents. Let them come and learn how to be a better parent for not just for themselves, but also for their children. If you can hear me, please put it in the comment section. If you can see me, please put it in the comment section. And once again, I say you're very welcome to this live session. So, like I said, we're going to be looking at the topic I have titled Parenting with Wisdom. Parenting with Wisdom. Yes, that's what we're going to be looking at today. Just last week, Sunday, we talked about the two parenting tests, and we laid emphasis that the two tests you must pass to become an intentional parent, the two tests you must pass to say, yes, I have raised my children well, in quotes, they turned out well, in future, in 10 years, 20 years down the line, are the test of first, the test of courage, and the second one is the test of continuity, the test of courage and the test of continuity. And we also laid emphasis that the test of courage, which is the first test, you need courage, you need that boldness to be able to say, I want to parent differently, I want to do things differently, I want to be different, I want to raise my children differently, I want to be intentional in raising my children. You need courage to be able to take that first test and also to be able to pass that test. And also passing that test, remember your children, they are not for you. These are children that are assigned to you, they are given to you. They don't belong to you. They belong. I have a video that said your child does not belong to you. Your children does not belong to you. They are only assigned to you, by their creator for you to train them. It's an assignment that have been handed over to you to raise them, and for you to be able to raise these children effectively, for you to be able to carry out these assignments that have been assigned to you effectively, you need wisdom. You need wisdom that no man can give. You need wisdom that you cannot find in Google. You need wisdom you can't find in dictionary. You need wisdom that you might not even find anywhere. You need wisdom. You need wisdom. Wisdom. And the Bible says in I think Proverbs chapter 4, verse 7, it says, get wisdom. Yeah, it says wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom. And in all that getting, get what? Get understanding. You see that word, principal thing? It means wisdom is the main thing, is the most important thing, is the key thing. So get it. And that is what we're going to be looking at. We're going to be looking at the when, the how, the what, the why, and other things that we're looking at as it relates to wisdom today. So it promises to be very, very impactful. And I trust that you stay till the end. So, like I said, the principal thing here is wisdom, according to the Bible. And it is the number one thing you need in your parenting journey. Many children are getting things in life, but are they getting wisdom? No, they're not getting wisdom. You can raise your child to be the richest, to be the most or the richest man on earth, but they don't have wisdom. They can be the most educated children on earth, but they lack wisdom. They can get all the popularity, the fame, and everything in the world, but not get wisdom. They can be, like I said, famous and still not get wisdom. So, as an intentional parent, I will encourage you to not just raise your children to get education, not just raise your children to get fame, not just raise your children to get the wealth, money, riches, everything, but raise them to get wisdom. Raise them. You seek no, you seek wisdom, get wisdom so that you'll be able to raise them as well to have wisdom. Every aspect of your parenting requires wisdom. You can't do parenting without wisdom. Every aspect, and when I say every aspect, I mean social aspects. That's like the holistic aspect. I mean the social aspects, emotional aspects, academic aspects or intellectual aspects, if you like to call it, financial aspects, spiritual aspects, all of these aspects of your child's life requires wisdom. And that leads me to what is wisdom? I hope someone can still hear me. What is wisdom? What is wisdom? When you hear that word wisdom, what comes to your mind? Well, let's see. I said here, wisdom means intentionally seeking to know what to do, how to do it, when to do it. That is doing it before, sorry, when to do it, and as well as ensuring that your parenting is done at the right time and in the right way. I said wisdom is your ability to know what to do, how to do it, when to do it, and also knowing how to do it at the right time and as well as doing it in the right way. That is what wisdom is. Also, you can say wisdom is the application of knowledge you have in your parenting. Wisdom is the application of knowledge you have in your parenting. The knowledge you have, all the knowledge, all the skills, everything you have in your parenting, it is the application of it. It is the doing of it. That is what wisdom is. It is one thing to acquire knowledge, because the truth is, there are a lot of things in our parenting that we know in our parenting already. You know that smacking the child is not right, isn't it? You already know it. But then, are you doing it? You know that your child requires structure. You know structure helps the child to thrive, right? But then, are you doing it? Are you applying it? Wisdom is the application of knowledge. Are you applying the knowledge you have in your parenting? Are you applying them on your day-to-day basis? Are you applying it on your day-to-day dealings with your children? Are you applying it? Wisdom is in what you do on day-to-day with your children. Those little things, those things you have, those things you know, applying them. It is in the doing, in the action. That is what wisdom simply means in parenting. I hope someone can still feel me. I hope someone is here with me. Now, why? Remember, we're talking about the why, the how, the what. We just finished the what. What is parenting? We're now going to be looking at the why. Why do you need wisdom in your parenting? Why do you and I need wisdom in our parenting. First, you need wisdom to know that every child is unique. You see the number, those numbers, and those three children you have, the two children you have, you need wisdom to know that these three children, they are unique, they are not the same. Every child is wired differently. You need wisdom to be able to know that. And once you're able to know that these three of my children, they are different, you'll be able to relate to them accordingly, according to how they are wired, according to how they are made. I have two children. I know that one is different. I know that two of them are completely different from each other. I know one of them will tell me, Mom, if you don't give me these sweets, I'm not going to listen to you. You're not going to ever be my friend again. Why the other one does not mind whether you give sweets or not? So me understanding this is me having wisdom. And that is why I need wisdom, because I need wisdom to be able to apply in how I will deal with them. The way I will deal with the one is different from the way I will deal with the other, because they are two different beings. Second, why you need wisdom is you need wisdom to be able to differentiate between discipline and punishments. We all know that discipline is to modify your child's behavior. Discipline is to get to the heart of your child. Discipline is to help your child. The main goal of discipline, whenever you hear the word discipline, the main goal of discipline is actually, to help your children learn how to behave better, or learn how not to do those things you want them, learn how to meet your expectations. That is what discipline is, and that is what it entails. While with punishment, on the other hand, is anything that makes your child suffer, anything you do to make them feel pain. It could be, physical pain, whatever, emotional pain, and all of those things. Anything that makes them suffer, anything that makes them feel pain, that is punishment. You could inflate it and all of that. That is punishment. But here, wisdom, we need wisdom to be able to know that punishment is different from discipline. And then because you have this knowledge, you have this wisdom, you'll be able to know the right one or the right approach to adopt. That is it. And the second one, why you need wisdom is you need wisdom to be firm and at the same time warm. To be firm and at the same time warm. To be able to know the difference between being firm and being warm. Intentional parenting is not all about you must do this, you must sit down, you must stand up, you must jump up, you must do as you are told. Yes, in as much as disciplining, being firm, being strict, setting those rules, principles, boundaries, putting all of those things, in as much as all of those things are in place, and they are very important in your parenting, at the same time, you need warm. Your children need to warm. They need that balance of firm and at the same time love. They need your affection. They need your love. They need your unconditional love at the same time. So wisdom will help you know the difference between these two and applying them at the same time. Because the truth is, if you're always being just firm like an authoritarian parent, or if that's the parenting style you're adopting, sit down here, okay, don't do this, okay, everything you want it, you must go your own way, they must do as they are told, and all of that. If you apply that approach, the thing is, you end up raising the children that will grow up to be, it's either they are rebellious or they will be yes sir children. Even in adulthood, they will be children that adults, they will be an adult that cannot take decisions for themselves. They will be an adult, they will turn out to be an adult that will always seek people's validation before they do things, people that will make decisions and choices for them before they do things on their own. And I believe that is not the kind of child you want to raise. That is not the child you want to raise in 50 years' time. And 50 years or 10, is 50 years too much? In 10 years' time, and then you say, oh, my child turned out well. No, there's nothing like turning out well there. And I know that that is not what you want to raise. So you need wisdom to be able to know the difference between being firm at the same time being warm, and then balancing it, to give your children that sort of balance in your intentional parenting. Another reason why you need wisdom is you need wisdom to be able to handle your children's mistakes and failure. Remember, when it comes to parenting, just as we are human, the same thing, just as we human or we adults, we make mistakes, isn't it? And we make it on daily basis. Mistakes for humans is, I'll say, it's sine qua non. Like you can't do without it. And same thing is applicable to our children. Our children make mistakes too. As long as they are human, they are bound to make mistakes. And another thing is to have in mind is mistakes are learning opportunities for our children. Every mistake they make is an opportunity for them to learn better or to learn how to do things better if we used if we use a better approach around it. So having wisdom as an intentional parents will help you know how to handle these mistakes and failures when they arrive. And also remember, like I said, okay, so wisdom will help you understand that, and also know that your children will struggle, especially when you're trying to teach them certain skills, you're trying to teach them certain values and all of that, maybe organization skills, management skill, time management, and all of those things. The truth is, understanding, mastering these skills, it takes a while. It takes is a lot for a child. And also, wisdom will demand that wisdom will help you have it at the back of your mind that, oh, my child, I have 0 to 18 years to raise my child, and this is a very long time. So wisdom will help you understand what patience means in your parenting. I hope someone can hear me. I hope someone can feel me. If you can hear me, if you can still see me, if anything is resonating with you, can you please put it in the comment section? Whatever you've heard so far, please put it in the comment section. And also, if you're just joining me, please share this link, share it, and invite your friends. Let them come and learn what it means to parent with wisdom. So, and the fifth reason why you need wisdom is, wisdom will help you prepare your children for the future. Parenting isn't just about today, like I always say. Parenting is not about now, it's about the future. It's about raising an adult or adult who can thrive in the world. Wisdom allows you to instill values, discipline, emotional intelligence that will benefit your children for life. It's not just about today, but for life, for lifelong. And the sixth one is leading by example. Leading by example. Who is still here with me? Leading by example. Why you need wisdom. The sixth one is wisdom will help you know that as a parent, you need to lead by example. We are all role models. And again, remember that our children, they learn more from what they see us do than what we say to them. Oh, don't hit your sister. Oh, don't tell lies. And you're telling lies. It's all of those or don't do it, don't do that. All of those things, should I call it, which one should I use? They are, they are just not into your child. It is what they are saying you're doing. That is what they are learning from. So you can be telling them not to tell lies, and you're telling lies. You're telling them not to tell lies. You're punishing them not to tell for telling lies, and you yourself you're telling lies. How would they learn? We are great role models to our children. So if you want your child not to exhibit set or portray certain behaviors, you need to be intentional in terms of, playing that role of seeing yourself as a role model to them, because that is who you are. You are a role model to your children. So, and then the seventh reason why you need wisdom is it helps you navigate modern challenges, from social media peer pressures to these children face challenges, that parents, our forefathers, our fathers, grandparents, they didn't face it. The pressures that these children are facing in this age and time, trust me, our children are going through a lot. And the thing is, they might not show it, but the truth is, there's a lot out there for them. If it's only the social media alone, it's more than a big challenge for them, So, as an intentional parent, you need wisdom. You know, Parenting with wisdom will help you stay informed. It will help you set appropriate boundaries and it will help you have an open communication with your children. It will help you. I was listening to one celebrity yesterday night, and he was talking about how he didn't have, when he was sharing his experience growing up. I'm going to make a video of it next week, so expect it next week. I was almost in tears. Why? Because he said he didn't have that relationship with his mother or his parents. He didn't. It was more of harsh parenting, authoritarian parenting style. There was no relationship. That it was when he's growing into adulthood, he realized that, okay, like according to him, like ideally, there's nothing that will even make him pick his phone to call his parents. But then, because he knows that these are his parents, whether he likes it or not, they are still his parents. They look after him. That's when he'll pick up his phone and call them. But other than that, there's that relationship. And he said that sometimes when he sees other children calling their mom, they are gisting, they are laughing, like he wonders how do they do it. He longs for it. He wish he could have one. This person I'm telling you is a full grown man, you know. So having open communication, and you can't have an open communication with a child that you don't have relationship with, that you don't have connection with. So it starts with you building relationship with your children. You see this thing called relationship in parenting. It is very, very important, because once you're able to build that relationship, your children will trust you and they'll be able to tell you anything, that regards as if anything, that concerns them. So having building relationship with your children is very, very important. And the eighth point, I need to run now, why you need um wisdom is building. Okay, I've literally talked about building relationship, and then teaching resilience and emotional intelligence. Life is full of ups and down. Parenting with wisdom equips your children with emotional strength to handle challenges without falling apart, and also leaving a lasting legacy. The way you parent today is going to affect generations to come. you know you don't want to pass baggages to your children that your children will pass to their children, and those children will pass to their children and children. It will become like generation. That is not generational. That is not what we want. We want to leave a good legacy for our children. So that is why parenting with wisdom, it will help us create foundation for strong family values that we can pass down to them. Now, how how to get wisdom as a parent. And before that, I would like to share a story. I hope someone can still hear me. I'd like to share a story of my grandmother. I can't remember how many times she told me this story. Like, she said it countless number of times. And it's a story of, you know, during their time, when a man sees you and he's interested in you, he wants to marry you, all he just needs to say is, yeah, I want that one, I want that girl. They'll just do whatever traditional right or whatever they need to do. You as a lady, you as a girl, you do not have right to say no. You don't have that same autonomy to say no. You can't oppose it. Whether you're happy or not, whether you like him or not, once he says yes, I concur, that is it. So that was the case of my grandmother, my maternal grandmother, no, paternal grandmother, sorry. And it happened that my dad is the only son she had. And yeah, the only son, but the second born. So when she had him, according to her, the father is polygamous woman anyway. So, and you all know how messy polygamous home can be. So let's not go deep. Let's on. So, but he's from polygamous home. So when he had him, as he was growing up, before you know, his father started saying, "You're not my child. I don't know you." My dad is literally his first son, you know. First son. You know what that means? First son. Men are their male child. They don't joke with it. But in the case of my dad, to the extent that he drove him out of the house. He drove him out of the house. You're not my child. I don't know you, blah, 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 and all of that. You know, wisdom demands that my grandmother, she talked about it. Instead of her to start fighting or, start, how dare you, how can you say, she didn't do that. He drove him fine. He had to rent a place for him. Wisdom requires that every time, every day, she's going to see him, she's cooking, she's taking food for him, she's doing everything she can in her power, to assist him, to be there for him emotionally, mentally, financially, and every area of life, which he was doing. And as time goes on, or as time went by, so his elder sister, who was married then, The husband came, like then Lagos is Obodo this time in our time now. So the husband came from Lagos to I'll say village, although so he came from Lagos to the village or to Delta State Agbo then. So when he came, how are you? What are you doing? So he met my dad. What are you doing? And my dad was like, there's really nothing tangible. You just, put on here. Nothing was just, he was getting frustrated. Nothing was literally working for him. So like, okay, would you like to follow me to Lagos? My mother, yes, I'll go. Who does not like a good thing? So that was how my dad jumped and followed him to Lagos. He went to Lagos, as God will have it. God helped him, and he didn't do badly. God was just helping him gradually, gradually. And the very first time he will come from Lagos to see his mom, guess what he did? He bought, according to my grandmother, he bought this massive, beautiful, colorful umbrella. He said it was so big, like very beautiful and colorful umbrella. And he got home, he said, Mama, take with other gifts, other items, but the umbrella was, I'll say, should I say this, like the main thing? And she said, Mama, take. And my grandmother looked at it. Oh, thank you, my son. God bless you. You know how mothers, prayed for him and did all of that. And after that, she thought of it. This umbrella, I love it. It's beautiful. It's a gift, my first gift from my son. It's beautiful. I really love it. But then wisdom demands that my dad and his father were not in good terms. She knew that the Bible says a man's gift will make a room for him. And she knew that the only way my dad can get to his father is through this umbrella, is through these gifts. What did she do? She said, My son, please, I love this umbrella. I really love it. I enjoy it. I love it. And I'm grateful that you sent it to me. You gave it to me. But then, can you give it to your father? And my father was furious. You can imagine someone that did not know how your whereabouts, that even drove you, that did not even care about you. You can imagine how furious you'll be. No, how can you say that? No, 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 don't say that again, please. I just don't. He walked away. He was angry and left him. My grandmother was like, what will I do? And then after some minutes, mothers now. He went again. Obim. In Igbo, they call it Obim. My son, my king, my pride. Please. I know you're very upset. I know your father did not try in raising you, but please just give it to him. Please forgive him. We're just rubbing. Please forgive him. Please. I know you're really sad. I know he disappointed you. I know he failed you. Being being his first son and all that. He was just saying all of those things. And the anger, the more she was saying it, the more the anger was just, calming down, calming down. It was calming down gradually. But like, but Mama, he didn't care about me. He didn't know if my sister's husband didn't take me to Lagos, how do you think I would have survived? He did not even know. He did, I know I'm not going to give it to him. I don't care. My grandmother kept saying, it's okay, you'll be fine. Don't worry. It doesn't matter now. But see how God just turned everything around for you. And after all said and done, my father was like, fine then. And, grudgingly, I'm like, okay, wait, we'll give it to him, but not now. Wisdom, she was very calculative. You remember we said wisdom is the application of knowledge. Wisdom is knowing what to do at the right time and in the right way. What did she do? She said, okay, so time when everybody has gone out. Remember I said it's polygamous home. Everybody has gone out. It's just him. He's come back from his morning farm. He has finished eating. He's just relaxing. That is the time we give it to him. My father was like, okay. And the next morning, truly, my grandfather was eating. He has finished eating. We're just relaxing, just chilling. He was all by himself at home. Oh, my son, this is ready. This is the time. And behold, my father took the umbrella and said, Daddy, this is what I brought for you. I brought for you from Lagos, and handed the umbrella to him. I hope you can still hear me. And my grandfather did not believe his eyes. What? After everything I've done to you, after the rejection, being an absentee father, everything, what? How? And the umbrella, when the Bible says a man's gift makes room for him, the Bible knew what he was saying. That umbrella, like, it melts his heart. It humbled him, to pieces. And he said he looked up, he looked down, he looked everywhere like how? He rose the umbrella up, like he didn't believe his eyes. He did not believe that his son could think of him, you know. He was like, he called my grandmother, get me oil, get me oil, put some oil in the plate and bring for me. Red oil. My grandmother brought the oil in the plate and he asked my dad to kneel down and he first reversed all of those curses, everything he said, all those negative things he said about him. He reversed it. And after reversing it, he blessed him. He prayed for him. He blessed him. And after that prayer and everything, my dad went back to Lagos. Until date, you know, I can confidently tell you that my dad is doing well, or he's doing well, or he's done well for himself. If he doesn't work again, doesn't do anything again, he will not go hungry till he die. If God decides to anytime, even if his children does not send him anything, he will be very comfortable to look after himself because he has done well for himself financially. And he didn't go to school, but even those that went to school, they are not as financially intelligent as he is, So imagine if the mom did not use that wisdom. She used that wisdom because she knew that, my child, no matter what happens, you need your father's blessing. No matter what happens, your father is your father. Even if your father was not there to give you that authoritative figure, or to raise you, to give you that identity as a father, it does not matter. You still need to meet him. You need you need your father's blessing. You need our father's blessing. There's nothing, and you need him to reverse all those costs for you, from your life. That is her applying wisdom. That is what wisdom can do for you. Wisdom, parenting with wisdom, that is what it means. Now let's see, I really need to run. How do we get wisdom as a parent? Like I said here, wisdom doesn't just come from experience. It can come from seeking knowledge. It can come from other people. It can come from you just being intentional in your parenting. But here I said first, learning. Wisdom comes from, learning from other parents. Learning from their mistakes, learning from their experiences, and all of that. So talking to other parents who have successfully raised, also talking to the other parents who have successfully raised their children, and learning from their experiences is one of the ways you can get wisdom. And another way is reading, researching books, podcasts, parenting courses, parenting academics, and all of that. People sharing their experiences, how they overcame it, their mistakes, and all of that. It's another way you can learn and gain wisdom. Another is observe your child. Pay close attention to your child's emotions and behaviors. Understanding them deeply will give you an insight into how to guide them wisely. Understanding how they behave, how they interact with other children, how they manage things, and all of that. Once you have that deep insight, you'll be able to know, oh, this child, I think he lacks organization skill. Oh, I think we might need to work on his social skill. He's not there yet in terms of building relationship or socializing. So wisdom will help you to notice it because you have observed it. And also you get wisdom through prayer, meditation, dreams, reflecting on your past experience, just like me. I remember when my daughter was 2, I almost missed my parenting. I almost failed. I would have failed woefully if I didn't change my parenting approach then, because I didn't give her choices. I didn't give her that autonomy to choose things, you know, and it affected her. But because I changed my approach immediately, I had reflection on it. I was able to change my approach immediately, and then and before you know, we're back on track in my parenting. So wisdom will help you have reflections on your past, and then will help you know what to do, what didn't work well, and what you can do better. Also, through mentorship, counseling, wise counsel from professionals, mentors, or even parenting groups can help you make a better decisions. And another way you can get wisdom is learn from mistakes. Wisdom grows when you reflect on past parenting mistakes and adjust your approach. Now, when do you need wisdom? When do you need wisdom in your parenting? The moment you know, in fact, I would have said the moment you know that you're pregnant. No, I'll reverse it to say the moment you, because if I said the moment you know that you're pregnant, definitely you get pregnant. Definitely you have a child. Like last week, I said how I was dreaming. I was not even married yet. How I didn't have any children yet, but I was looking forward to it, looking forward to my children, how they will look, and all of that. So you know that you're definitely going to have children. So the moment you start, that is when you should start seeking knowledge. That is when you should start seeking wisdom, learning how to apply. You don't need to wait until you start having children before you start, oh, let me start reading or start doing researches and all that. But preparing ahead, because there's this saying, preparation, when you miss opportunity, success happens. So that is what we want. Now, okay, when do you need wisdom? So first, when disciplining your child, knowing when to be firm, like I said, and knowing when to be warm, and how to correct your child's behavior without breaking their spirits, without making them feel they've done the unimaginable, without making them feel worthless. So this is what wisdom will help you do. This is what wisdom, when to get wisdom, this is what you will do. And then the second one is when you need to make big decisions. Remember, we're talking about when to get wisdom. When you need wisdom, when you want to make, when you need to make some big decisions like the schools they're going to attend, their friendship, intentionally, surrounding them with intentional parents like you, boundaries, screen times, and even when you say to them, or even when they say, "Mommy, can I have my breakfast now?" Wisdom demands that you say yes after you brush your teeth, or after you had your break and you have your shower, you can have it. And then also, when your child is struggling, whether it's academics, emotions, or peer pressure, wisdom will help you know how to respond with love and guidance. Another is during their teenage years, you agree with me that you see that teenage stage is very challenging because there's a lot of going on with their hormones and all that. It can be very, very, very challenging for children. So wisdom will help you know how to manage it. This phase is full of, like I said, emotional shift, independent struggle, and identity formation. So wisdom will help you know what to do at every stage, you know, of their life, or every stage of those challenging moments, or at every point of those challenging moments. And another is when you feel overwhelmed as an intentional parent, because the truth is, intentional parenting, it is hard work. It is hard work, truly speaking. So wisdom will help you know when to say, oh, I need rest. Just like last week, I was exhausted. When I mean exhausted.com, I had to call my sister and say, please, I need help. Like, what was it? I said, please, I'm shipping these children to you. Please, just have them, And she's been so lovely with that. She always helped me out when I need rest. I just can't help it. I need to call, and I always ask for help. And sometimes I just tell the children. Now they are beginning to understand. I'll say, oh my God, mommy is tired. Please, mommy wants to sleep now. Can you not disturb mommy? And sometimes they'll just leave me. I'll just sleep without disturbing. But sometimes, mommy, I really need to talk to you. Mommy, it's emergency. It's an emergency. Mommy, mommy, can I come in, please? you know. But the truth is, you need wisdom to know when to have rest, because you need rest, and you need to know when to take self care. When to look after yourself, when to go for those things, swimming, those things you enjoy. When to just sit down by yourself. You just need wisdom to know when to have your me time. Sometimes you need your me time. You just want to sit down and you just want to be by yourself. You don't want anyone around you. You just want to be by yourself. So you need wisdom to know when to have that time. So now let's see the right, like relating it to my grandmother's story that I just shared. She knew that, hmm, my dad coming at that point, at that time, with that umbrella was the right time. That was when she needed to do what she needed to do to change my dad's life forever, to change his destiny forever. She needed to act as if like in fact, not like, because his destiny was literally dependent on that act of what she did that time. She knew that if she didn't speak to my dad, my dad will miss that blessing. And she doesn't want it for her dad. Remember, we said it's lifelong legacy that you need to pass. She knew that if she didn't do something, she didn't get my dad to make peace with his father, if she didn't get two of them to have relationship, whether you like it or not, all of us, we need our parental blessing. We need you see your parents' blessing. Don't joke with it. He needed him. She needed him to get his father to erase all of those curses, all of those things that he has laid on him. So she knew that coming at that point was the right time. She knew that is what in parenting with wisdom can help you do and help you understand. And now the right time to seek wisdom in your parenting, the right time is now. The right time is now. You know, before parenthood, preparing yourself before you start having your kids, will help you start strong. Like I said, preparation, when you miss opportunity, success will happen. Once you've prepared your child, yourself, you've read books, you've done materials, you've prayed before having your children. Once you have them, it will look like you're doing magic with your parenting. People will be like, oh, wow, she's so good at parenting. She's good with raising her children. They don't know that it's the job you have done beforehand that is speaking for itself. So that is what, wisdom will help you, knowing what to do at the right time. Remember, we said wisdom is in the doing. It is in the doing. It is in the doing what you do. Now, during challenges or during challenging phases, if you're struggling, don't wait for things to get worse before seeking wisdom. You need wisdom, to know what to do at the right time. Like I said, my dad's case, he knew that that was the right time to go and say, meet your father, take this umbrella. I know you bought it for me. But it doesn't matter about me, I'm fine. Whether umbrella or no umbrella, I'll be fine. Your dad needs it because you need your father's blessing. Go and give it to your dad. And that gift changed the whole story for him. Also, when you need continuity or continuously, wisdom isn't just one of thing. No, it's one of achievement. It's a lifelong journey. It's a lifelong journey of learning, adapting, growing, and after experiences, their relationship became like my dad, after that experience, their relationship became better, stronger, and was striving, and even changed my dad's life completely. Like I said, my dad did not go to school, but I can confidently tell you that he has done well for himself, very well, more than some bankers, lawyer. Like he has done very well for himself financially. You know, imagine if his mother was not wise enough, to help him play that role. What do you think would have happened to him today? Maybe he would have still been wandering, or maybe his enemy would have died, or at his age, But then wisdom made a difference in his life because his mother was full of wisdom. She knew what she needed to do at the right time and in the right way. That is what having parenting with wisdom can help you achieve. Now, let's see the right way to gain wisdom. Okay. The right way to gain wisdom in your parenting. To truly gain and apply wisdom, I'll say follow these steps. One, you need wisdom to stay humble. Wow. I hope you can see hear me. You need wisdom to stay humble. Just like my grandmother. Remember, I said my grandfather drove my dad away. You're not my child, you're a bastard, blah blah blah, and all that. My grandmother would have gone and challenged him. How dare you? How can you call your first son bastard? How can you send your first child out of the house? How dare you know and be holding ground with him? But she didn't know that. She didn't do that. She knew that that is not her problem. She knew that fighting him will not bring solution to his son's life. He didn't do that. He still made peace. She'll still cook. She'll still do the other room with him, you know. But she knew that a time will come, when all of those things, all of those yoke, all of those causes, everything will be broken. So she knew wisdom. She had that wisdom to stay humble, to still play her role as a mother, even if the father was not in good terms with his first son. That is what parenting wisdom can help you achieve. And also, parenting wisdom will help you to be patient. You see, wisdom doesn't come overnight. Parenting is a marathon and never a sprint. It's not like that. No, it's a long time, and you need patience. My grandmother had that patience. She had the wisdom to know that I need to be patient. If I start fighting this man, if I start challenging him, things might go bad, really bad. I just need to be patient. I need to be calm. All I need to do now is to focus on my child. I'll go visit him. I'll still try as much as I can to make, have connection with him on daily basis, build relationship, try and support him emotionally, psychologically, mentally, financially, in any way I can. While still maintaining her relationship with her husband. She didn't let her son's case, affect her relationship as a wife and as a mother. She didn't let that come in between. That is what wisdom can help you. And she knew that she needed to be patient because it took a long time. Like I said, my dad, he had to move to Lagos. Imagine settling down and then coming for the first time. That was a long time. And you don't want to know other things that went around it and all that. But she knew that she needed to be patient. That is what wisdom can help you achieve. Also, apply what you learn. Wisdom isn't just knowledge. Wisdom is the application of knowledge. It is what you do with what you know. What are you doing with what you know? Are you putting in the action? That is it. Like when that opportunity came, my grandmother would have said, this umbrella, my dear, I've suffered for you for years. I deserve it. Thank you, my son. Or, I've suffered all the money I've been borrowing, to pay your rent, to feed you and all that. This man, no, he doesn't deserve it. He doesn't deserve it. He's a useless man. He'll be saying all of those things. In my father's hearing, she didn't do all of those things. She still acknowledged him as his father, irrespective of how he treated him. And she knew that this is the time to do the work. This is the time for us to change all the wrongs that have been done. I said, my son, you see this umbrella? I appreciate you and all that, but you need to give it to your dad. That is what wisdom can help you achieve. Now, also, wisdom will help you not to know, have that sort of balance of being firm at the same time warm as a parent. As an intentional parent, it requires you to be firm at the same time warm. Firm with your child, know when to draw the boundary. Just this afternoon, my son Godin, what did he do? I can't remember what he did, but I didn't let him have. He was supposed to have ice cream, but because of what he did, and what he did was related to the. Okay, he was not being patient, and he knows that. And one of the skills I'm teaching him is, sorry, delayed gratification. Delayed gratification, how to be patient, discipline. Because he was not waiting, I had to say, okay, since you don't want to wait, you don't understand waiting as a skill or as whatever it is, okay, you're not having it. That was me being firm. And he was crying. He was crying. I didn't say you can cry, you can go to her. I didn't do all of those things. Even when he was crying, I went to him, I hugged him, I said, I love you. I love you and I will love you forever. You see this ice cream? You need to be patient. We talked about being patient. We talked about being waiting. Why are you not waiting? He kept saying, Mommy, I'm sorry. Mommy, I'm not going to do that again. But I still hugged him. I still carried him. That is me being firm. At the same time, being warm, showing him love. I'm firm. At the same time, I'm showing him love. I'm not pushing him away. No, that is not who intentional parents is. An intentional parent, you use one hand to correct your child. You use another hand to draw your child to you to make that balance. That is it. Then intentional parent, being intentional. Raising white children starts with being wise as a parent. You want to raise a white child, you need to be wise. You can't because you can't give what you don't have. You can't give what you don't have. So make it a priority. Again, your children do not need information because there is 1,001 information out there. There's 1,001 information. Was it yesterday or 2 days ago? I was checking my godmother's status only for me to see a video she posted. ChatGTP was they asked ChatGTP how to get people how do devil get people draw people away from God. And ChatGPT was just coming, was just saying it through subtle through distractions, social media, getting them with their phone, busyness of life and all that. And then before you know, they'll start showing the interest they will just start dying. They will not show interest again. They are tired, they are naked, and all of that. Before you know, they are withdrawing. I'm like, whoa, so the information is there. Google is everything is there, but then your children needs wisdom. It is wisdom they need to be able to know what to do part-time. They need wisdom to be able to take some life decisions. They need wisdom to be able to know what to do at every point of their way. Some life decisions like who to marry, when to marry, they just need decisions to know the kind of friends to have in their life. That is what parenting with wisdom will help you do. Once you have that wisdom as a parent, you'll be able to pass it on to your children. So I'll say in conclusion, I hope you can still hear me. Your hair is so fine. Thank you, Chichi. Yes. So in conclusion, I'll say in your journey to becoming a better parent, I will encourage you to get wisdom, because wisdom is the principal thing. Wisdom is the most important thing. Bible said it. Get wisdom. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom. And in all they are getting, get understanding. But you see that word wisdom is the principal thing. It's the most important thing you need to get. Get it. Yeah, he said because wisdom is a principal thing, and parenting with wisdom is a master key that will unlock the doors of success in all areas of your parenting. I'll say it again. Parenting with wisdom is the master key that will unlock all the doors of success in all areas of your parenting. Parenting with wisdom is the key that will unlock other doors of your parenting, other areas of your life. Wisdom, it will help you areas, their social life, academic life, financial life, spiritual life, every area, their physical life as well. This is what wisdom. Once you have this wisdom, you'll be able to you have this in your parenting. Once you have wisdom to know what to do, when to do it, how to do it, and doing it in the right time and in the right way. It's not just because the thing about this is you can have wisdom, you can have the knowledge, you can know what to do and not do it. And sometimes you might even do it, like maybe for example, you know that your children need structure. They need structure, they need those boundaries, routine. They need it in your house, they need it to thrive. You know it, everyone knows it. But then you will just be, okay, I'll do it now, I'll do it. You remember we said when? Okay, should I do it? My child is just 1 year. What does 1 year old need do? Oh, my child is just 3 years. And and before you know, they are 18 years. You know it, but you didn't do it. Why for some? They know it, they will do it. But then the question is, are they doing it in the right time? Are they doing it in the right way? Are they doing it when they're supposed to do it? Are they intentionally raising their children in the right way? And are they raising them in the right time? Are they doing what they're supposed to do in the right time? They know that 0 to 1 year old does not require TV. They know it. They know it. But those, oh, it's just a child. It's just a child. It's okay. It's just being a child. You know it. And sometimes even doing it, when are you doing it? See some children 8 p.m. at night, they're on TV, they're on tablet. Doing what? When a child is supposed to be sleeping at night, you know? And then sometimes before you even say, you just have it now, or you just need it to settle down, and they always have, sometimes I just laugh, sometimes I just say, in my mind, I'll say, who asked you? I did not ask you. Why are you just trying to justify yourself? I didn't ask you and I didn't say anything about it. It's just a way to just justify their behavior or their doings and all that. They know it. They know that these things are wrong. They're not doing it. And even for some that even try, okay, let me do it. They'll sluggishly do it. And then before you know, they are doing it at the wrong time when you're supposed to be doing it at the right time and in the right way. My grandmother knew that at that time that my son came, my father came for the first time from Lagos to the village. That was the right time for him to meet his father. That was the right time to make peace with his father. That was the right time to build relationship that he never had with his father. She knew that that was the right way, and she was so calculative. She didn't do it. She didn't tell him go and meet him when everybody's at home, the whole house is noisy, because he knows that he could be distracted. He can get distracted. Someone might just come, might suddenly walk in and get distracted. He might not have his full attention, or he must have been tired, or he's had visitors and all that. She didn't do it that time because she knew that that was not the right time. Even if my daddy was around, that was not the right time to do it. When was the right time? She knew that this man usually go to farm in the morning and comes back like around 11, half 10 and thereabout. Everybody has gone for their various, business activities and all that. Every house is everywhere is literally quiet. She knew that that was the time to get to his heart. She knew that that was the time to reach him. And what did she do? My son, come. Your daddy's back now. He has finished eating. He know that he has finished eating. He's just relaxing. He's happy. He's in a good mood. He's just relaxing. Oh yeah, come on, meet him. And he went to meet him. I said, Daddy, take this is what I bought for you. And that changed the whole story. And he said he asked him, he told his grandma, he told his mother, that's my grandmother, go and put oil in a plate and bring for me. You know, he brought it and he told my dad to kneel down. He raised all the calls, all the abuses, all the everything. He raised it, with his mouth, the same mouth he used to say them. He used his mouth again to revert them. And after that, he showered his blessing on him. He rained his blessing on him. That is knowing what to do at the right time and in the right way. That is what wisdom will do for you. That is the application of wisdom, the doing, knowing what to do. Oh my God. And also, yeah, in conclusion, I think I've said it literally. Wisdom, parenting with wisdom is a master key that will unlock the doors of success in all areas of your life. Yes, that is how we're ending. I hope someone is blessed today. I hope someone has learned something today. What did you learn? What is that one moment? What is your take home? What is your take home? What is your take home? What are you going to do differently as an intentional parent? Today we've talked about parenting with wisdom. Parenting with wisdom. Wisdom is the application of knowledge. Wisdom is knowing what to do, how to do it, doing it in the right way and at the right time as it relates to your parenting on daily basis. Those little things. When are you doing them? Are you doing those things you're supposed to do in the right time? Are you intentionally raising your children? Because the thing about this intentional parenting is you do not parent in retrospect. You don't parent in retrospect because the children are growing on daily basis. They are growing on daily basis. So you're not going to say, oh, my child is just 1 year. I beg, let me pursue my career. And you think your child will be waiting for you. They are growing on daily. Before you know, they've done what? Say Golden. When did I give birth to Golden? Golden will be 4 in May. He's growing. And sometimes it looks like I don't believe, like, how can it be? And then every now and then, I'm always checking his baby pictures. I'm just like, when did I give birth to this child? Just here. So imagine if I've not been doing what I'm supposed to do part time. Imagine if I don't know what to do at the right time and in the right way. Imagine if I'm not doing it. Now he's 4 years. Do you think I can just catch up, wake up from nowhere and just start, oh, today I need to start being intentional? It doesn't work that way. It's a journey. That's why we say parenting is a journey. It's a process. It's not magic. It's not spink like that, that just, you just wake up and just, no, you don't do that. It doesn't work that way. It's a process. It's a gradual process. So I hope somebody have learned something today. I have learned a lot today, parenting with wisdom because the thing is, all of these things we learn, sometimes we must have heard them, it's not new to us, but you know, talking about them, learning them again, it sort of help us, it's like a reminder for us, it helps us, it puts us in check. It helps us to know, okay, maybe perhaps we are already dragging feet or we are slowing down like, was it last week? Yeah, last week I shared how at some points in my parenting journey, was me, we talked about the two parenting tests. I would say the first test was test of courage, and the other one was the test of continuity. I was already continuing intentional. I had the courage, but the test number two, I was almost failing it at some point because I just felt, I know parenting, my children are doing well. I'm already seeing the results, and I was already a little bit gradually, I was just slowing. But learning all of these things, it reminds me to auntie, you don't need to sleep. You need to, it's a race, you need to wake up. So that is what learning all of these things help us achieve. It puts you in check, and it reminds you of what you need to do. Because when you hear something every now and then, it has a way of just you have to do it and all that. So thank you all so much for joining this live session. If you're going to catch a replay, thank you so much. I personally, I have enjoyed this live session. I have honestly enjoyed it, and I believe you too will enjoy it. And yeah, thank you for doing this live session with me. I appreciate you and I celebrate you. I do not take your time for granted. And guys, let's do this again next week. And if you have any questions, feel very free to drop it in the comment section, or you can send me email schoolofparenting@gmail.com. Just send me email if you have any question that worries you, any burning question. Feel free to ask me. And yes, we have come to the end of this live session. Thank you so much, and I'll see you again next week. Bye. Yeah.